What is going on, my YouTube friends and all my Patreon friends? How we living tonight? We're jumping into a not new to me band, but a new to the channel band. My friend Elizabeth got me on some 9 Inch Nails. This is a cover though. I'm Afraid of Americans. Bowie? Who the hell did this? Was it Bowie? I know I should know this. It was Bowie. Yeah, okay. So Elizabeth is one of our lovely channel supporters. She's jumped in to be a moderator for us too, and I've just got nothing but love I'd love to pass on. And if y'all want to help the channel and support me, the easiest way would be with comments and thumbs up. But if you don't know what to say, you can just say thanks to Elizabeth. It would make my heart feel real warm. And here I am being real awkward, so let me pull this up. I got a background in live too if you're new here, so I usually end up breaking down like the live stuff, but let's see. Getting excited over here. Cool. They I don't know which drummer this is. 9 Inch Nails has always had great drummers. Always got great drummers. Looks like he's playing open hand. And he's playing that like 16th notes on the hi-hat to with his left hand, man, keeping time on that. Like, I'm not much of a drummer. I did some drum teching for a little while, but like usually you keep time with your dominant hand. And maybe his dominant hand is his left hand. But yeah, anyways, it's the whole thing. Cool.
Johnny's in America. Well, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it.
Oh, dude. Hard, man.
I'm afraid of Americans.
Stank face achieved, my friends. That was a great chorus section. There's actually a lot to break down in this, man. And there wasn't a ton going on here. Let me find the beginning of it.
I'm afraid of Americans. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of Americans.
So the bass switches to being distorted. So I'm talking really out of pocket here. Really out of pocket because I don't really know about what I'm about to say factually. But my feeling from my limited experience with 9 Inch Nails and from watching this right here, this is in 2009, I feel like they're way ahead of their time. I feel like this is a lot of like really modern production stuff that almost gets like taken for granted today that made 9 Inch Nails really cool. Like having like that little keyboard line in there, beep boo. Like that's such a like modern sound, right? Having like the synth bass kind of going and playing in the earlier section. The bass he is playing, his actual bass is pretty like chunky, like jung in the verses, but it switches to like really distorted instead of like the introduction of new instruments for the chorus, because you usually want the chorus to build, right? And it's interesting that the guitar drops out for the first half and it goes into a distorted bass to fill up that space. I think it's really interesting, man. I think this is like I say, like ahead of their time. I honestly think that they're thinking way ahead of, like 2009 is when they're performing this, but like 9 Inch Nails have been popular for a long time at this point. You know what I mean? Like I would say that they're, and again, I'm talking a little bit on my butt here, more like a 90s band, right? But like considering that, I still think that they're way ahead of their time. Anyways, let me know what you think.
I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't.
Guitar.
Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans.
Great delay. killer delay too. We don't have to talk about that right now. It sounded like one of them is singing like a harmony, one of them is screaming too. So lead singer, I'm afraid of Americans, the low thing, he's doing a great job making it sound rich and not low of his register too. I think the guitar player is singing the octave up or the harmony. I think it's just an octave, and bass player is screaming. I think. Might have been the guitar player screaming. Look at that. 30 seconds. Tough, man.
Johnny wants a bang, Johnny wants to suck on the coke. Johnny wants a woman, Johnny wants to think of a joke. Johnny's in America.
Hear that? Like that what? That's that synth bass I was talking about. I thought he was playing it before, but it must be part of the track or something. Along with that beep boop, beep boop, whatever the notes are, right? Like it's neat, man. Like I just every time I hear Nine Inch Nails, I never expect that. That's like that stuff became so popular later in rock like history, right? Like more modern now. It's almost like taken for granted a lot of that stuff now. I love it.
Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. Drums, man. Hey! Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans.
Delays and stuff like that are what made me want to be like a sound guy. Like learning how to do that and just being in that moment, it like makes you, as a technician, it makes you like the next member of the band, right? Like if it's a 5-piece, you're like number 6. And I like that, man. I like that because I was talking to someone today. It was the anniversary of us working with Sweet years and years and years ago. And the lead singer was singing his own delays because the sound guy couldn't do them. And I just like... Love that. Oh, interesting. So then this time around, the guitar played the whole time, and now it's in the distorted bass. Wild, man. Cool arrangement. Hit that snare.
Johnny's in America. Johnny looks up at the stars. Johnny wants his hair and Johnny wants pussy and cars. Johnny's an American. Hey! Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of Americans.
Oh, he might.
The world.
God, I can't remember his name for the life of me. It's on the tip of my tongue. Lead singer. He might be doing the screaming, man. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I dig it though. I dig it. This drummer sounds like he's trying to kill this snare drum.
I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the words. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans.
Great scream, bro. That was him screaming.
God is an American. God is an American. God is an American. God is an American.
Cool. So that just like gives me vibes of like in the bridge sections where they have the modulated vocals normally, like today, right? God is an American. It's like almost like a square wave, man. Like it's cool. That kick drum. Man. Crazy performance. You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed the whole time was that audience didn't take their eyes off of that band once. There wasn't one person in the crowd the whole entire time that I saw looking away. But I'm pretty sure that like Nine Inch Nails had like a cult following. This is the video that I watched. And maybe it's the same drummer. Y'all let me know. We used to watch this all the time. Is that the same drummer? Because he's playing cross stick here. I think it's a different drummer, but we used to watch videos of this guy doing the trains. Can't remember what the song's called. Anyways, doesn't matter. Crazy performance, man. Had all my favorite elements: noisy guitars, noisy basses. Like I said, like stabs are like interpretations of now modern production. Like I honest to God think that they must have been ahead of their time. Like, let me know in the comments. I love the guitar noise. I love the sustain of the Les Paul. I love the pocket that the bass player and the the drummer were sitting in. Yeah, like even the keyboard outro, even the synthy outro thing, like that. Again, it just makes me feel like modern production because like a microphone, a PA system, amplifiers, tubes, all these things, they can only create so much of a sonic, like a waveform. There's only so much that it can create, right? But synthesizers and digital sounds, when you get into ones and zeros, it's limitless. So now, like, it became popular because people wanted to be overstimulated by music. So now you have such a wide spectrum, like an 808 at the bottom, synthesized, hidden notes that your phone doesn't even create, right? And then like on the high spectrum of things, when you start like gassing a guitar too hard or you hit it in a PA system too hard, it'll fatigue your ear. Like 4K and different frequencies will actually fatigue your ear. But a synthesizer has so much more information that you can deliver, and it won't feed back either, that you can now start filling out that whole spectrum and delivering, in my opinion, to that like that audience that just wants more, right? Like just like the extreme of it. How can we take it from 100 and make it 120? And I think that's kind of a subtle way of doing it. Long story long, not to turn this into a podcast episode. But anyways, that's my thoughts for the day. Let me know what you think. I appreciate this, Elizabeth. This was so much fun. I love headbanging. See you later.